Friends, I'm going to read on some of last week's Torah portions. I want to share this with you. So if you've got a word of Yah, turn with me to Shemot. That is, Shemot in Hebrew is Exodus. Shemot is spelled S-H-M-O-T. We'll start in the 12th verse of chapter 13. And we'll read you a little bit of last week's Torah portion. You are to set apart for Yahuwah everything that is first from the womb. Every firstborn male animal will belong to Yah. Every firstborn from a donkey you are to redeem with a lamb. But if you choose not to redeem it, you must break its neck. But from people you are to redeem every firstborn son. When at some future time your son asks you, "What is this?" then say to him, "With a strong hand Yahuwah brought us out of Egypt, out of the abode of slavery, when Pharaoh was unwilling to let us go. Yahuwah killed all the firstborn males in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of humans and the firstborn of animals. This is why I sacrifice to Yah any male that is first from the womb of an animal. But all the firstborn of my sons I redeem. This will serve as a sign on your hand and at the front of a headband around your forehead, that with a strong hand Yahuwah brought us out of Egypt." That was Shemot chapter 13 verses 12 through 16. I'm going to read a little bit of the other. Shemot chapter 13 verse 17 through 20. This is this week's Torah portion. I'll read a little bit of that. After Pharaoh had let the people go, Yah did not guide them to the highway that goes through the land of the Philistines, because it was close by. Yah thought that the people, upon seeing war, might change their minds and return to Egypt. Rather, Yah led the people by a roundabout route through the desert by the Sea of Suf. The people of Israel went up from the land of Egypt fully armed. Moshe took the bones of Joseph with him, for Joseph had made the people of Israel swear an oath when he said, "Yah will certainly remember you, and you are to carry my bones up with you away from here." They traveled from Sukkot and set up camp in Edom at the edge of the desert. Yahuwah went ahead of them in a column of cloud during the daytime to lead them on their way, and at night in a column of fire to give them light. Thus they could travel both by day and by night. Neither the column of cloud by day nor the column of fire at night went away from in front of the people. That was Shemot chapter 13 verse 17 through 22. Go to me, Bereshit. Bereshit is Hebrew for Genesis. Bereshit is Hebrew for Genesis. Bereshit is spelled B-R-E-S-H-E-E-T, and it's Genesis in Hebrew. Bereshit chapter 50 verse 25. Then Joseph took an oath from the sons of Israel. Yah will surely remember you, and you are to carry my bones up from here. So Joseph died at the age of 110, and they embalmed him and put him in a coffin in Egypt. Go with me to Revelation chapter 8 verse 6. Chapter 8 verse 6, Revelation. Now the 7 angels with the 7 shofars prepared to sound them. The first one sounded his shofar, and there came hail, and fire mingled with blood, and it was thrown down upon the earth. A third of the earth was burned up, a third of the trees were burned up, and all green grass was burned up. The second angel sounded his shofar, and what looked like an enormous blazing mountain was hurled into the sea. A third of the sea turned to blood. A third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. The angel sounded his shofar, and a great star blazing like a torch fell from the sky onto a third of the rivers and onto the springs of water. The name of the star was Bitterness, and a third of the water became bitter, and many people died from the water that had been turned bitter. The fourth angel sounded his shofar, and a third of the sun was struck, also a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of them were darkened. The day had a third less light, and the night likewise. Then I looked, and I heard a long eagle give a loud cry as it flew in mid-heaven. Woe, woe, woe to the people living on earth, because of the main blast from the 3 angels who have yet to sound their shofars. Revelation chapter 9 verse 1 through 6. The 5th angel sounded his shofar, and I saw a star that had fallen out of heaven onto the earth, and he was given the key to the shaft leading down to the abyss. He opened the shaft of the abyss, and there went up smoke from the shaft like the smoke of a huge furnace. The sun was darkened, and the sky too, by the smoke from the shaft. Then out of the smoke onto the earth came locusts, and they were given power like the power scorpions have on earth. They were instructed not to harm the grass on the earth, any green plant, or any tree, but only the people who did not have the seal of Yah on their foreheads. The locusts were not allowed to kill them, only to inflict pain on them for 5 months, and the pain they caused was like the pain of a scorpion sting. In those days people will seek death, but will not find it. They will long to die, but death will elude them. That has been Revelation chapter 8 verse 6 to chapter 9 verse 6. This has been that last week's Torah portion, and a little bit of this week's Torah portion. I encourage you to read the Torah, to study the Torah, to do Yah's Word, to do Yah's Torah, and keep Shabbat Kaddish, and keep the feasts of Yah. For this is of Yah. Don't let people tell you it's done away with. Because Yah's feasts and Yah's Torah is not done away with. And for those who say such things, one day you will see. You will see. You will stand before a living Yah, and then we're going to be telling Him, when He tells you, depart from me, you worker iniquity, I never knew you. The reason He didn't know you is because you don't study the Torah. If you don't study the Torah, you don't know Yah. And if you don't know Yah, you don't know Yeshua. Because to know Yeshua is to know Yah, and to know Yah is to know Yeshua. So one day you're going to be standing before a living Yah, and you're going to have to answer to Him who you said the Torah was done away with, and the Torah is not done away with. It never has been done away with. It is a lie. That's a lie from the enemy. and all those who are preaching that the Torah is done away with, you're going to stand before Yah, and you're going to give account. And then if he don't know you, he's going to turn to you, because if you don't know the Torah, you don't know Yah. And if you don't know Yah, you don't know Yeshua. Because Yeshua connects us back to Yah, our Father. And I encourage you today to study the Torah. To study the Torah. For Yeshua is the living Torah. Yah bless.